Therapy is costly, but YouTube is absolutely free, and so in today's video I will try to explain to you all the ways in which YouTube has healed a part of me that I didn't even know we needed healing, in hopes of inspiring more people to create YouTube videos or to just watch more YouTube instead of burning your brain cells away in useless scrolling. The first way in which YouTube has healed me is calming my anxiety. Contrary to other social media platforms for which I'm a creator as well as a consumer, YouTube is the only platform that has had a true positive impact on my life. Every time I open Instagram or TikTok, all I see is people living an amazing life, living the dream, enjoying the benefits of being a creator, being so happy, building businesses overnight, being wealth overnight, and generally having the dream life. And even though I know somewhere deep inside me that this isn't necessarily the full picture, or that sometimes it isn't even true, it often makes me question my own life, my decisions, my business skills, and generally my prospects for the future. Nevertheless, when I come here on YouTube, because of the culture of the platform and because of the enormous emphasis on long form video, this is where I see people taking the time to actually explain how is it that they have everything that they have, how many challenges they had to go through in order to build that business or to build that wealth. I see people sharing their thoughts on life and love and friendship, and seeing those people doing that and reading also all the comments below the videos of these people, it makes me think that and feel that we're not alone, and it makes me think that at the end of the day we all have very similar lives in so many different levels, in the sense that at the end of the day, no matter our backgrounds, our social backgrounds, our economic backgrounds, where we live, our color, our race, our religion, at the end of the day, we all have the same fundamental fears. We all fear failure, and we all feel sometimes that we are behind in life and that we're not doing enough, and we all worry about finding our loyal tribe of friends and finding the love of our lives and just making something out of ourselves, and that just makes everything feel a little bit more bearable and also a little bit more hopeful. So I want to make this even more tangible and even more easy to understand when I say that YouTube has been really a transformative experience, or a transformative tool in my own life. And so I'm going to insert here part of a video of a very successful creator who, besides everything that she has achieved and all of the things that many of us might see and say, oh my god, I wish I was her, I wish I had her success, I wish I had her followers and all of that, she personally feels like she's behind in life and like she's not doing enough, and that maybe she's not creating enough, and that maybe other creators are better than her. And so in the video she's having a conversation with her mum, and she's sharing those thoughts with her mum, and her mum's response is one of the most healing things I have heard in the last 3 years. And so I'm going to insert this part of the video here so you can see it, and maybe it can also touch your soul. And this is just to understand how personally I would have never had access to that. I would have never had access to that healing video if it wasn't for YouTube.
Everyone is working or like trying to find a job, and everyone is making content. They have ideas. I feel like I have no ideas. What? I've been on a break. I'm not late. I'm not doing anything.
没有，你一直没有闲着啊，然后你这个一个人是在做2个事情。
很多人都是在做4个、5个、6个事情。
不要跟他们比，他们爱做几个做几个。你这段时间你就踏踏实实的，让他先travel，我先玩一下，没有必要这么累，放松。
Like I'm so confused.
没有，每个人都有一段 confuse。我到现在我60岁了，我还 confuse。
And 做我做的这个工作的一些人 like no one is taking a break. It feels like I'm the only one.
你有权利 take a break， 你有能力 take a break， 你就要 take a break。不用想那么多，什么都不用想，不用着急，宝贝。
No, this is really hard. Like I don't know anything. Like I feel like I don't know anything.
没有，不是那样的。那别人羡慕你，还羡慕得不得了呢。对自己要求太高。
No, I just want to know what I'm doing. Like, I want to know where I'm going, and I don't know like what I want to do.
就这事儿你不想做的时候，你就不用做，没有人要求你去做，也没人迫使你去做，然后你让自己totally要放松，要休息。你只有在放松的时候，你这脑子里才能想问题。
Why is my brain like this? Like, why? I'm so unstable. Like, I'm always just super happy or super sad.
每个人都有每个人的问题，他就没有说出他的问题来，他只是说了他好的一面，他也经过一条别人不知道特别艰难的路走过来的，所以每个人都一样，都是上上下下起起伏伏，总是往上走的，都是 happy 的。生活就是这样，开心的时候你就走出去，做一点自己开心的事情。我去吃个冰激凌，让我自己开心；让我跟朋友聊聊天，我让自己开心了。我吃点好吃的，我让自己高兴。我为什么不高兴啊？
I'm not 不高兴. I can't think of a life that I want to live.
但你也不需要知道没有人让你现在就决定我明天我就知道了，不是？为什么给自己这么大压力？不应该呀。
I know, I just don't know what's wrong with me.
你就每次想我可能要给自己压力了。想想妈妈说的话，我1年以后我干什么？现在你不用想，你现在就想我下个礼拜我要去哪玩？
I don't know.
你不能是躺到屋里头让你喜欢，你决定不下来。你这么年轻，你都不知道外面世界有多大。
我知道。
你知道啥呀？
我知道大。I don't know why today I was so stressed.
每个人都会有这样的。你低落的时候就给妈妈打电话，然后开心的时候就跟你朋友出去玩。
我真的想不清楚 sometimes.
你有的时候这个突然间你就会有一个灵感，就跟这个人似的。我今天我想明白了，那你就去干。等干你不开心的时候，你可以再换，因为你年轻，你什么东西都可以试，你的机会很多。你现在挺好，你锻炼你自己，你看你自己生活，自己洗衣服，然后自己跑步，自己去买菜。我天哪，什么都自己，这个就是一个胜利啊！但是。跑步不能让脚丫子起泡。明天跑步的时候贴个创可贴，穿厚袜子。你没厚袜子吧？
不带了。
麦洛想你了。
I miss Milo.
不要想我必须做一个什么多么伟大的什么这个 CEO 那个 CEO 的，不是要做这样的人，就是我们要做一个让自己开心的一件事情，这一辈子就够了。这也是很伟大的事情，觉得很渺小，但是也很伟大。
I don't know what makes me happy.
这个是要你自己去找的。你在你每天的生活当中，然后在你 travel 的过程当中，有可能你就会发现，这个事情我可以把它变得更。
If you're interested in seeing more videos from her or subscribing to her channel, I'm going to leave all of her details in the description box below, as well as the link to the specific videos so you can go watch the full thing. The second way in which YouTube has had a profound impact in my life is by giving me the privilege of not being misunderstood or forgotten. You can never control how another person is going to interpret the things that you say. You can never control what certain words mean to certain people or how certain concepts touch certain people. But the fact that YouTube has given me a platform where I can freely distribute my thoughts and fully express my emotions and my thinking and my experiences in life, no matter how long those thoughts take to be expressed, it is somehow powerful but also extremely liberating. I often think a lot about the concept of legacy and how people in the previous decades or centuries had this really deep need to leave a legacy behind, something that would impact the world or their community and make it a better place. And I often think about oblivion and how I don't want to be forgotten besides my very ripe age of 25 years old. And so I often reflect on how I don't want my stories, my thoughts, and my beliefs to be narrated by someone else in a way that it doesn't do justice to my intentions. I think about how I could be a part of somebody else's life 10 generations after me, and how possibly my words can make somebody's life a little bit better or a little bit more meaningful. And so having a platform like YouTube allows me to have or to leave behind my own digital legacy. It allows me to honor my life by publicly owning my truth, or by contributing to society by giving some perspective on something, or by offering a solution to a real life problem. The third way in which YouTube has healed me is by giving me a sense of hope, power, and community, and I will explain how it all correlates. I am obviously not a full-time YouTuber. My channel is still very small. At this point, I'm not even monetized, yet the prospect of potentially making a living out of YouTube, which means making a living out of sharing my thoughts with the world and bringing people together, is something that makes me look forward to the future with so much joy and so much hope. And it also makes me feel the little me is somehow important. And I don't mean that in the vain way of popularity, but in the way that there is power in knowing that your words, your beliefs, your thoughts can have such a transformative effect on somebody else's life. And I could not have that through any other platform. I could easily go in any other platform and create a 30 seconds video, a 30 seconds reel, or a 30 seconds TikTok where I talk about something or I show something, and that video could be somehow inspiring to someone. Yet because of the duration of the video and because of the culture of those platforms, that video could never have a long-term effect on someone, especially if somebody is going through some really rough times. And I really see this myself as a consumer. So every time I come here on YouTube and I search things like how to deal with loneliness, or how to have a breakthrough in my 20s, or how to lose weight, how to build a business, how to anything and everything, and watching 30, 40, 1 hour long videos of people that to me, they are so incredibly inspiring and so relatable and so forward thinking. It makes me feel at ease. It makes me feel hopeful for my own life. And watching these people and reading the comments below those videos, it makes me feel like I'm not alone. It makes me feel that I can relate to a community of people who I don't know, but to whom I relate so much simply because we're all going through the same circumstances and we're all facing the same difficulties. And that process makes me feel more hopeful about my own life. It makes me feel like I can move forward, that I can become a better person, that I can go through things and still be here and still make it, and that at the end of the day it's all going to be alright, as it is alright for those incredible people whose videos I'm watching on my screen. The fourth way in which YouTube has been so transformative for my life is by cultivating my sense of loyalty, commitment, and patience. I believe that these are virtues that we cannot have enough of, yet nowadays it seems like we don't have enough opportunities to grow in these virtues. Yet YouTube is one of those hobbies or professions or things in life. Creating YouTube is one of those things that makes you grow so profoundly in all these virtues, and it teaches you all these virtues and so much more. And that's because YouTube is not a fast cash kind of thing. It's not the type of platform that you can just show up, put a little bit of work and just make it. It is one of those platforms that you need to put hundreds and thousands of hours before seeing any results. It is one of those platforms that you need to consistently show up and consistently create months after months after months without seeing any results, and yet keep showing up with the same passion and the same dedication and the same love to create. It is one of those platforms that you need to show up from the standpoint of, how do I add value to somebody else's life? Because looks and just, being funny is not going to cut it for YouTube. You really need to show up from a standpoint of community. How do I make myself useful to somebody else? I truly believe that YouTube teaches you the invaluable lesson that all good things in life take time, and that unlike popular belief, there is no shortcut into having a happy, successful, wealthy life just like that, just in a day. It teaches you that there is no reward for doing nothing, and more importantly, it teaches you that there is no reward for giving up. Like YouTube, everything that matters in life, family, friendships, career, takes love, devotion, time, and patience. Flowers don't bloom in a day, neither does a meaningful life. The last life lesson I have gotten from YouTube is that not being part of the norm doesn't make you wrong, it just makes you different. Every single day I come on this platform and I watch videos of people who explain how they chose YouTube as a career, and even people who chose YouTube as a career ages before, when YouTube wasn't popular or wasn't sexy, and how they actually made it. And it just makes me think that this is a type of bravery and sincerity we should all incorporate in our lives. And this doesn't mean that everyone needs to become a YouTube creator. It is simply meant to show you that making your own decisions and choosing your own path in life doesn't somehow make you problematic. It just makes you different. You don't always need to make a life decision that is popular. You don't need to make the decision that everybody else is making. You don't need to make the decision that people think is the future. You don't need to make the decision that is approved by your parents or your friends or by your society. You need to make the decision that is right for you. And if that decision is unpopular, then that's not a you problem, that's a they problem. There's not just one way of being successful and happy, and just because other people don't see an opportunity or a path where you see it, this doesn't mean that there isn't any. It just means that they don't see it. Choosing to be you and doing you is always going to pay off sooner or later, and a life of authenticity and passion is better and will always be better than a life that pleases everybody else except you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you a little bit of hope, a little bit of motivation to maybe start a YouTube channel or even consume more YouTube and just learn more things from amazing people all around the world, and maybe find your digital tribe and the community of people that you can relate to. And if you did find this video helpful or interesting, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video.